bridge too far that you never know when you go T20.
Thanks, Cole. Josh, congratulations on your own performance tonight. Firstly, have you ever bowled a super over before, and did you feel like you were comfortable with the task of bowling that final over?
No, I reckon that's my first super over actually. So yeah, good to get the first one out of the way. Yeah, I felt reasonably confident. I think I bowled the 19th over, so and I felt like I executed pretty well in that over, and sort of bowled similar stuff. The batters are a little bit different, so I mixed it up a little bit, but yeah, it's good to get the first one out of the way, I guess.
And this might be a question better for Cole, but can you give us an update on how Steve's feeling after that head knock on the boundary?
Yeah, he's been moving around the dressing room, guys. He's been talking to the other guys. He's been chatting with the doctor. He watched the final few overs. There hasn't been a formal assessment on him yet. That will probably come tomorrow, I would imagine. So he'll just rest up overnight, and he'll have another assessment with the medical staff tomorrow.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Lockie McCurdy.
Thanks, Cole. Hey, Josh. Congratulations on the performance tonight and the win. Can you just talk us through the last sort of 24 hours? Obviously, I imagine you would have had a bit of a spring in your step after the result of the auction last night as well. Can you talk us through how you watched it, how you found out, and how you felt about the result?
Yeah, obviously feel pretty good about the result. I guess it's a good reward for the last 12 months of T20 cricket. I was just sitting at home watching it on the couch, so obviously a lot of players to get through, but yeah, it's a strange sort of thing to sit through, I guess, when your name comes up and then teams are bidding, and it happens pretty quickly once your name comes out, and yeah, it's an odd feeling, but exciting at the same time. So yeah, I guess it's hard to explain.
You said the last 12 months has obviously been really important for your T20 cricket. Did you really identify that and go, I want to make this year a real priority with the two World Cups in back-to-back years?
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you go back to the Big Bash, not the one just finished, the one before, I played a few games in, maybe the one before that actually. I think it was, yeah. Made a priority to play a few of those games leading into, again, an IPL auction. A World Cup coming up, which got pushed back because of COVID. So just a couple of big tournaments coming up in the next few years, and obviously get back in the IPL door. So made that a priority to play a few games there, and it's sort of just been snowballing since then. So it couldn't have gone better, to be honest. And I think just, again, the opportunity to play those consecutive games and series and tournaments with different people as well, sort of learning all the time. So yeah, it's been great.
Mel.
Well bowled, Josh. What do you think your biggest improvement's been over that 12-month period to sort of take you to the $1 million man in the IPL?
I think just learning what to bowl at what times to what batters. I know it sounds reasonably simple, but I think, doing that planning before the games and knowing who's who, where their strengths are, and where to bowl, and that probably gives you a little bit more leeway on execution if you know where their weaknesses are and where their strengths are. So again, executing is probably the number one thing, and hitting those Yorkers as I did at the end, and then probably mixing it up and having a few changes of pace to lefties and righties. It's sort of different all the time, and depending on the wickets as well. So again, it's a combination of everything, but again, that consecutive games and series and stuff to just put into practice, sort of just gets you that confident that you can do it and keep moving forward.
Not sure who this is. It might be Daniel Cherney. Daniel?
Yes, Josh, congrats again on the way you bowled. Are you, just to clarify, you're definitely planning on going to Pakistan. In terms of your spot in the test side, I mean, have you given any thought to that? And what's the role you might have over in Pakistan, given the decks over there?
Not really, to be honest. I've just been focused on getting back fit, and then obviously playing in this series. So yeah, I never look too far ahead, just to the next game, and everything takes care of itself if you're performing well and keeping fit. So haven't really looked at that yet. I'll look at that once this series is done.
Two more here, guys. We'll go to Louis Cameron, and we'll finish up with Ben Horn. Louis.
Josh, I know your mate Mitch Stark would probably be the one who might bowl that super over in normal circumstances. I mean, is it kind of the feeling now that you want to be the man to to really bowl those really hard overs?
Yeah, I think everyone wants to to be honest. It's a really good challenge. It's an exciting challenge to be put under that sort of pressure. Whether you're bowling, in the last 2 or 3 overs of the game when it's tight, or you're bowling the super over. Again, it's just as hard bowling at the start with only 2 fielders out if the wickets are good. So I think everyone wants to bowl those difficult overs and really nail them, and I guess that's when you get put up in lights in things like the IPL. So it's good to be the go-to man.
And just with Mitch missing tonight, is it a bit of a case that the 3 of you main Test guys, Pat, Mitch, and yourself, might all miss at some stage in this series?
Yeah, I think so. It's just about, I guess, resting up as well as giving some other guys some opportunities. We saw Kane play tonight, and still got Jai and a few others on the bench. So, plenty of opportunity. There's still 3 games to go, and I guess especially Pat and Mitch, they're coming off Test matches, and could probably do with the feet up. So we'll see how we go moving forward.
Last one, Benny Horn.
Hey, Josh. That moment with Steve there in the last over was sort of spectacular, but then sickening when you sort of saw the replay. I just wondered what your view of it was on the field, and what you kind of thought watching it.
Yeah, I guess it all happens pretty quick when you're out there on the field, but I guess when anyone dives and doesn't get up straight away, it's always a bit of a concern. It's good to see him walking around now and made his way off the field, and he's walking around the change room now, as Cole mentioned. So early signs are good, and I guess the medicos will make their call and assess him sooner rather than later.
Cheers,
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone. We'll catch up with all you guys on Tuesday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Bye-bye.
Cole.
Good question.